welcome back to my kitchen and welcome to the Recipe Therapist. So today is for all you coffee lovers out there and chocolate lovers. I'm going to be sharing with you my chocolate espresso brownies. They're so moist and delicious. I think you guys are really going to enjoy this recipe. So let me show you how I do it. So let me show you what goes into these espresso brownies. I just want to let you know that the espresso in the brownie, I know it would seem like it would be a really strong dominating flavor. Not so. It just makes the brownies even more chocolatier and moist and delicious. It's really a great recipe and I hope you guys try it out. So let me show you what goes into it. I'm going to be using 1 box of dark chocolate brownie mix. I prefer the dark chocolate, but you can use the regular chocolate if you like. We're going to be putting in some semi-sweet chocolate chips, and we're going to follow the recipe on the box with the oil, water, and some eggs. The only difference is we are going to be adding some espresso powder, some instant espresso powder, which you can find at a lot of grocery stores and Italian markets. So let me show you what we're going to put on the top. We're going to be making a delicious glaze for the top. It's not that hard to make. We're going to be using some powdered sugar, some espresso powder and water, some salted butter and vanilla extract. We're gonna mix it together and it's gonna go delicious on top. Now, I've made these before with some fruit on top and maybe some extra chocolate, but today I'm gonna do my fall version where I'm going to be using some chopped walnuts, and last but not least, we're gonna put some chopped chocolate chunks on top. So the first thing we have to do is preheat our oven to 350 degrees, and you're gonna need a 9x13 bar pan. I have one here that I sprayed with some cooking spray. Now, if you do prefer a thicker brownie, you can use an 8x8 pan. I've made it both ways. I happen to like this size that the 9x13 bar pan makes on the brownie, so I'm gonna be using that today. And I'm going to take my brownie mix, which I already cut the top off, and I'm going to start by just putting it into my bowl here. Okay, now I just want to say that I'm giving you guys the easy version today. I have made these from scratch with my own brownie recipe, and you know, they come out really good, I have to say. But you know what? I don't really notice that much of a difference with the box, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you this recipe today. So we're gonna put our oil in, okay, like we were just making, you know, regular brownies, okay? And we're going to crack these eggs. We got 2 eggs going in, all right, that I have at room temperature, so they crack nice and easy. All right, so we got those in. And the only thing that we have to do to make our espresso brownies is take our instant espresso powder and put it into the water portion of the brownie mix, okay, just to dissolve it a bit. See that? I love espresso. This smells so good. All right, that's nice and dissolved. And this is going right in, just like that. Perfect. All right, and then we're gonna add our chocolate chips. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix this, and then we're gonna get ready to put it right into that bar pan. So my brownies are in the pan and they're ready to go. I have my oven preheated, like I said before. I'm gonna put it on the top rack. And I'm going to set my timer for about 22 minutes, and I'm going to test them, and I think they're going to be just perfect. So now I want to show you how to do that delicious espresso glaze for the top. It's so yummy. So come, let me show you how I do it. We're going to take our powdered sugar first, and I'm going to pour it all into this bowl. It's so easy. We're going to take our softened salted butter and put that in, and then our vanilla. All right, I'm just gonna give this a quick mix, and then we're going to add our espresso. I got my butter kind of mashed up in there, and just as a little tip, guys, I started out with a whisk. Don't use a whisk, use a rubber spatula because your butter can get all smushed up in the whisk. So now we're gonna come back to the espresso. We're gonna take the espresso and mix it into the water like we did when we made our brownies. Okay, just to dissolve it a little bit. And this is what's really going to bring this glaze together with that mashed up butter and the vanilla extract in there. And I, again, can smell the espresso. I absolutely love the smell of it in this recipe. I cannot wait to eat these. So I'm going to pour this straight away right in here. I'm gonna get everything out. And I am going to mix this. Now, what we want with this glaze is we want it to be kind of on the thicker side. We don't want this loose, glaze. This is going to go on top of our brownies and, begin to thicken up when it gets on there. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix this, and then I'm gonna meet you back and I'm gonna show you what it looks like. So look at this glaze. Do you see that? This is nice and smooth and creamy. I've been mixing it with my rubber spatula. I got all the lumps and bumps out, and it's just perfect. So now we are just waiting for our brownies to be done. We're gonna let them cool, put this glaze on top with the rest of our toppings, and they'll be so delicious. Welcome back, guys. So our brownies are all cooled off. I took them out of the oven and I let them cool for about 15-20 minutes because they can't be hot when we put our glaze on. So what I've done was I've taken the liberties of cutting them into like 2-inch squares. Now you can do this 2 different ways. You can glaze them in the pan and then cut them. I've done them that way too. But I prefer to cut them first and let them cool, let them cool and cut them and then decorate them because it's just a lot neater when I'm serving them for the holidays. So what I want to do is show you how we're going to put our frosting on, or our glaze, I should say. So here's the glaze. It's nice and smooth. So I basically, like I would be doing a cupcake or something, I just put a nice layer. I go like in a circular motion. And you can put them on as thick as you like or thin, And I am going to put a few of these chocolate chunks on top and a couple of these nuts. Now I've made these before with, some strawberries on top with some whipped cream, some fresh mint. But for the fall holiday, I prefer to do it this way because, it just has the nice colors of fall. And it's so delicious with the nuts. You can use, pecans or almonds, but, I always make it with the walnuts and, everybody really seems to like it. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish these brownies, and then we're going to come back and I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna display them beautifully for the holiday. I just finished putting the glaze on my brownies and the nuts and the chocolate, and look at them, don't they look great? So like I said before, I do prefer to do them this way, but I want to give you another little tip that you can use to, as another addition to decorate these. I always leave like a couple of brownies left over, and sometimes I just sprinkle some of the crumbs on top. I mean, it's totally optional, it's up to you. But if you like that little cakey look on top, sometimes I do that, sometimes I leave them plain, but I just wanted to share that with you. So now I want to show you how I'm going to display these delicious espresso brownies for the fall holiday. So what I've done is I've taken a charger that I have, I put a doily on the bottom, and then I picked up this small cake stand. I got it at Bed Bath & Beyond. They're very, you can get them anywhere. And then I have this glass dish that I put right on top. And this centerpiece I got at the Dollar Tree, and I just glue gunned this little floral pick that I got at the Dollar Tree, so it fits perfectly in the center, and I just think it's so cute. And so what I do is I take my espresso brownies and I just start putting them around this dish. And everyone loves them, and I put them on my fall coffee bar. And I am going to leave a link in the description box below on how I decorate my fall coffee bar, and you can see all the other beautiful additions that I add to my decorations with these brownies. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this, and then we're gonna take a taste, and they're gonna be so delicious. So here we have it. Here's our beautiful display of our espresso brownies. They're moist, delicious, and they're ready for me to dig in and take a taste. So I think I'm going to take this one because it looks so fudgy good. Okay, and I'm going in. Look at this. You can see the melted chocolate chips in there. Can you see that? This is so incredibly moist. I mean, it's like, look at it. It's like ooey gooey, and that glaze on top. I actually have to tell you, it's the glaze that has more of the espresso flavor, but I can't explain it. It's just chocolatey and moist with that hint of espresso flavor. It's just over the top delicious. I hope you try this recipe. It's really a good one. For the full recipe, I am gonna leave it in the description box below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that little bell for notifications. And we'll see you next time to serve up some more love. Take care.